Hello, today we are going to take a look at these two antennas that just arrived straight from China, and of course they are knockoff of 800 MHz Motorola SMA antennas. I mean, they've got the Motorola logo, but I'm 100% sure that this is knockoff just because of the build quality. So this should be a very easy to do antenna. The upper band is just a dipole, so I just go like, maybe they managed to do a dipole correctly, because it's really just cutting a wire. So let's take a look. And by the way, I buy this for the ISM band. So let's take a look where this antenna is the best fit. Let me plot the graph, and we've got a couple dip in the frequency. So let's narrow that little bit. First of all, we do not need to go that high. So let's go to 900 MHz. That be our stop point. Okay. And as you can see, we've got that two dip in the frequency. When we go very nicely almost to the SWR of 1, let's see where is our first. So it's like 357 MHz. This is our first dip, but of course this is 800 MHz, so we are not interested in the harmonics. We are interested in our main deal. And at 800 MHz we've got SWR of 1.4, which is quite nice. Let's remove this. Let's drive from 700 MHz. Let's plot our graph to get nice understanding. And let's then see the quality control. So from 700 to 900, and now we are going to sweep through the frequency. So where this antenna start being usable, I'm going to SWR of 2 as highest, 780 MHz. That's where the antenna start to be okay. And here you can see the frequency at 801.5, which is quite good. And like the resonant frequency is 830 MHz. We go almost to the zero, and we are going upward. 840, 850, 868 is the European ISM band. SWR of 2 is like the highest possible SWR that I'm going to see that this is usable. Let's go a little bit higher, and we got to SWR over 3 at 888 MHz. And let's see the build quality, because this is the easiest to see. So let's check our dip in the frequency, and we are going to cross-examine that to where the SWR is almost as you can see over here. We've got almost 1, and I'm going to check the other antenna, because that is like a dipole. So if they're soldered it correctly by the machine, trim and cut, we should get exactly the same result, but we do not have. And it's like almost 0.4 SWR difference between this. So yes, this is how looks the Chinese build quality when the one antenna looks nice and the same one from the same series from the same seller is giving you completely different results. Let's see what kind of response do we get on the 868, because that's where the long range wireless is located, and 2.6, so that one cannot be used because we are over 2, and I consider that a bad antenna. Up to 2 is okay. This focus, that one is accepted, but that one is clearly not, as you can see. That's clearly not a good antenna. Let me show you the second one. Let's sweep that through the frequency, so it's usable at 848. The deep, it's not going to the 0, as you can see, to the 1, sorry. The lowest is 1.3 on 818, and then the 2 is on the 778. And here we are going over SWR of 2. So yes, this is what you've got when you buying Chinese antenna. So they even cannot make just a dipole. They cannot trim it exactly to the same length to get like the same frequency of the same series. Yes, that's the answer. The one of them I'm going to use, the second one is not good. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and bye bye.